Tonight, it's all about growing beyond your first million. How do you make your business bigger, better, stronger? It's part 3 of our road to CES, but it is not just about technology. It is so much more. When you expand your business, you open yourself up to challenges and bumps in the road. To make it, you'll need the proper tools to grow, but what else does it take?
Raw necessity for a place to put his gadgets drove Scott Jordan to develop SCOTTeVEST, a vest designed to carry personal electronics in hidden pockets. But Scott didn't stop there. He forged forward to expand into a wide variety of great-looking functional clothes. Scott's road to success was built on drive, passion, and follow-through. But Scott was also flexible, which allowed him to evolve his business to reach the global market.
All right, Scott, before we get into going past that first million, what do you got in the vest tonight?
Well, let me show you that.
Come on, let's go.
This is a brand new vest. This is a travel vest, 22 hidden pockets. I've got keys, of course, with an expandable keychain holder. I've got a water bottle. I've got my iPod. I've got a magazine right here. And I've got travel documents right here. I've got a pen.
All right, we got it.
I got so much stuff.
Okay, you
pockets.
have a great product. I want to go inside the vest. What's driving you there? I mean, I always say it's never about the money. We love the money. What pushes you? You got to that first million. What is the drive factor that keeps you going?
Well, in my case, I was a lawyer, as you know, and I don't want to have to practice law again. That drives me. I mean, I look at what else I would do, and I don't want to go to work for someone else. And also keeping my customers happy. It sounds ridiculous at some level, but I get customers writing into me, thanking me, and that drives me.
Okay, you hit your first million in sales, which is always a great feeling. It's a certain benchmark, but it's just the beginning. What did you do differently to go from 1 million to 5 million versus 0 to 1 million?
Always innovating the product and the message, constantly changing the message. We're very fortunate to get the media to have a lot of attention on our product. We've been written about in the New York Times 5 times, the Wall Street Journal 4, and coming up with a different media spin for the new products.
What for you was the biggest obstacle getting past that first million and getting to that $5 million mark?
Getting retailers to understand our product. We were ahead of the time, and getting the big box retailers to appreciate that there is a need for this product out there. And that's been really difficult. So what I did is I went directly to the consumer by selling online, and we've been really successful at it.
There's obviously always the unknown. In your case and everybody's case, 9/11, which was obviously the greatest tragedy, one of the greatest tragedies this country's ever felt, obviously affected a lot of businesses. How did you deal with that?
Well, in our case, right after 9/11, we had just started selling, and our sales dropped off to nothing. So we had to go back to the drawing board. So we reinvented our marketing program to focus on the travelers, the one carry-on rule. You take your jacket and you use it as a carry-on. In the security, you load up your jacket, you put it through the X-ray, and it makes it a lot easier in that fashion. So we had a different message. Did a press release saying, exclusion of one carry-on rule, SCOTTeVEST allowed.
Yeah.
And that's how we did it.
You worked right into it. Okay, Maya, Minnesota, you got a question for us?
Hi, Donnie. I'm the president of ICMe. On our website, ICMe.com, we sell award-winning personalized storybooks and gifts for children. And my question is, what tactics do you recommend to stay out of the minutia of day-to-day tasks in order to focus on leadership and strategy?
Okay, you're somebody that started in the minutia, has elevated out of it, or your business wouldn't be at the level. Any advice from Maya?
You constantly have to focus on the big picture. It's hard to do at times, but you have to deal with the minutia to get there. So it's just a matter of focus, and creating a checklist, I think, helps a lot. So things that you need to accomplish on a daily and weekly and even yearly basis, and referring back to that checklist to measure your performance.
All right, let's bottom line it for growing beyond your first million. Number 1, listen to your customers. Never stop listening. Number 2, build a strong team and make sure you have a solid structure for your company. The same structure that got you from 0 to 1 million is not the same one that's going to get you from 1 to 10 million. And keep your vision consistent. Make sure you grow at the right pace. Wendy in Dallas, taking a little time off from the Cowboys. What's your question?
I'm the creator of the Posh Pack. It's a carrying case for the Bluetooth earpiece device. I'm having trouble arranging meetings with cell phone company accessory buyers. How do I get my foot in the door?
Scotty, nobody was beating the door to you initially. How are you busting the doors down?
Well, PR, exactly. I would give all the major reporters, Walter Mossberg, David Pogue, any of the major reporters, free products and tell them about it. I spent most of my time in the initial 2 years of my business working with PR. And, you know, I viewed them as customers. And as a result, I got a lot of coverage.
Biggest obstacle is a big financial mistake, obviously. What do you find is the biggest waste of money early on?
Bad hires. I mean, it's like, you know, it's a triple killer, right? You spend money on someone, and you're actually burning capital if you have to get rid of them. Number two, it's the opportunity cost to your business that it does to the growth. And number three, and finally, most importantly, it's the element of when you have a bad hire, what does it take away from your business, and you're back to where you started. So you're burning money in three different directions.
All right, both Scott and Amelia, I want to ask you, because you both have really successful business. Scott, let me start with you. What did you look for when you were hiring people? How did you know how to hire people? How did you know how to find them?
You know, we have a philosophy: hire slow, fire fast. You know, you have to make sure that you find the right person. And to me, what's most important is integrity. You have to find someone you can trust. It's hard to do. So, you know, I agree with you that bad hires and consultants.
All right, Keith in Fort Lauderdale, a question.
Thank you, Donnie. It's Keith Jones, Vice President of Sales of Edge Tech International. We are the distributors of the PC Edge, the world's first palm-sized computer with high-speed internet. And my question is, as I grow my business, my days are becoming more complex and longer. How do I regain control when I seem to be losing focus?
You know, you just have to keep your focus, constantly keep your focus, and the balance is important. Maintain balance between personal and professional life. In my case, you know, I live in Sun Valley, so I can go skiing for an hour in the middle of the day and then come back to the office. So, you know, it's keeping your focus.
Bob in Massachusetts, what's on your mind, sir?
I'm the CEO of Comfort Pets, the world's first climate-controlled pet carrier. And my question is, what is the best way to mass produce and stay profitable?
Okay, you started out with one SCOTTeVEST, making hundreds of thousands of them. How do you mass produce, make sure you're staying profitable?
Well, you just have to watch your cost. I mean, it seems somewhat obvious. You have to sell for more than what you pay for it. I mean, and the more you make, the less your cost. But you have to worry about quality at all times in our case. And the quality doesn't end at the manufacturing. It goes through the whole cycle, as you were saying earlier.